everybody? Welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We're on YouTube. If you see us on the YouTube, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, support the best Saints podcast anywhere. Go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron. You get everything we do, no commercials, no BS. Do it. It's amazing, and you get swag. All right, I got Kevin with me today because Andrew's a drunk on a beach somewhere in South Carolina. So, Kevin, here's the topic I want to discuss, because you are our draft expert. You are our draft, I don't know, like Grand Poobah. You do like 9,000 mock drafts a day. So here's the thing with the Saints that I keep thinking about. Wil Lutz, we love him, and he's pretty good like in game-winning kick situations, but he was kind of atrocious last year. And it kind of like everything with the Saints going on, Dennis Allen and Jameis Winston and the injuries, and like they had so much go wrong. I feel like Wil Lutz being terrible like slid under the radar, and they made him take a pay cut, and he's coming back. But how fragile is his sort of job security? I feel like he might be kicking for his job in the summer. Like, could the Saints gasp, draft a kicker, prioritize a UDFA? Like, what do they got? What is the college football? Do they have like a really good kicker that the Saints could not draft high, but you know what I'm saying? Like, pick him in 6, 7, give him a bunch of money as a UDFA.
Yeah. So there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Wil Lutz was bad last year. I'm looking at his numbers of kickers who made 30 attempts or more. He was the worst.
Yeah.
If you go, you have to reduce the attempts by just a few, and then he becomes the second worst. Chris Boswell of the Steelers, who's still on the Steelers.
That's right.
Went 20 of 28 last year.
And by the way,
Wil Lutz, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, no, the kicking in the NFL has gotten to be so good that Wil Lutz makes 75% of his kicks, and he's the worst. Like
74.2 to be specific. 74.2 to be specific.
When I was a kid, if you hit 75% of your kicks, 74% of your kicks, they'd be talking about you going to Canton. Now it's like they cut you. So, but listen, the expectation in the NFL now, Kevin, is like inside 40, you better make them all pretty much, right?
So inside 40, he went 9 for 11. Most of his misses, like he was perfect from under 30.
Okay.
His misses, he was 6 of 8. Hang on, let me make sure. Nope, sorry, not 6 of 8. He was 4 of 8 from 40 to 49 yards. He was 3 of 4 from 50 to 59, and then he was 1 of 2 from 60 plus. Remember, those were I think the Raiders game.
The 40 to 49, man, you gotta.
No, the Vikings game was in London, right?
Yeah, he double doinked the one to tie.
Right.
I mean, 40 to 49, he's got to be better. And here's the thing that really concerns me about kicker with the Saints, Kevin, as you have pointed out many times. Dennis Allen doesn't really believe in the analytics and go for it all the time on fourth down. So Dennis Allen loves to kick field goals, right? He's like, fourth and 1, 4th and 2. Let's not run Taysom. Let's not go for it. Let's try out the field goal kicker. Which you can argue it's bad enough to do that. But what makes it even worse is if you don't make the field goal, right? So, like, this is a big concern, because I don't think Dennis Allen is going to change. Like, he's a defensive coach. Like, he's going to kick a lot of field goals. Like, it just, like I don't think he's going to change. So, like, that Wil Lutz becomes critically important. So, I think he's on the hot seat. Do you think the Saints will bring someone in and make him seriously work to keep his job in the summer?
Well, let's look at, I am pulling up free agent kickers right now.
Well, I mean, I don't think free agent. I think they would go younger. I think if the Saints want to push Lutz, wouldn't you? Don't you think they would like draft or prioritize a UDFA?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them. Well, then again, it is the Saints, so I mean, who the hell knows? But it's
They drafted Morstead in the 5th round, way back when. Trade.
Yeah, and he was a punter, and God only knows. Like a lot of people didn't like it at the time. Like it took a little bit. Well, actually, it only took the 1 year because that was when they won the Super Bowl that year. But
yeah,
it took some time to win people over with that one. Drafting a special teamer is not smart. But so yeah, if you want to pick a kicker,
I'm not saying I'm saying like 6th, 7th round.
7th. So all of the kickers that are available, or the top kickers that are available in PFF, there are a couple that are projected or that have average draft rank or average draft position in the 6th round.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're all ranked by PFF to be,
I'm just saying,
late 7th round or UDFA.
If you were the Saints and you weren't confident in Wil Lutz, or you wanted to push him, right? You wanted him to have to earn the job. You're unsure of him. Wouldn't the best avenue for you to be is draft a kicker in the 6th round or the 7th round? And that way you don't have to fight with them for another team if a UDFA, right? Because who gives a damn about a 7th round pick? Or prioritize them as a UDFA and give them $80,000, $100,000 to sign, right? You could do that. But like, my thing is, do you think they're going to do it? Because you just pulled up the stats on Wil Lutz. Like, it ain't good. And they need a kicker. Like, I think
the Saints have two 7th round picks. I'm fairly confident they'll keep both 7th round picks because it's for mainly because it has little or no value if you were trying to trade it for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm confident they'll wind up with both 7th round picks. So those are guys you take flyers on, or if you're trying to fill out depth on special teams or something like that. I mean, the fullback, Hunter Lepke or however he says his name, he typically winds up being in the 7th round. So if he was available, I would say go with him. But yeah, the kickers, use one of those 7th round picks on
Moody
one of the kickers.
It'd be a fun joke kicker. We could have a lot of jokes with that. Here's my final thing, then we're going to get out of here. And we like Wil Lutz. He's fun. He actually follows me on social. He's probably going to see me tweet about this podcast and maybe comment or whatever. We like it and use it as fuel or motivation, which is fine. But my final thing, Kevin, is not only it's a question of will the Saints draft a guy, bring in a UDFA, push him. I really think this year, like, Wil Lutz has no leash. Like,
no.
If he the first week, like if the Saints lose and he's like 2 of 4 and misses an extra point, or even if they win and he's like, Wil Lutz missed an extra point and he missed from 43 yards out, like, I think the Saints are going to be bringing in kickers on Tuesday. Like, I think Wil Lutz, like, his bank of, like, you've done a ton of great things for us, like, all those credits for him, I feel like they're gone. Yeah.
There is no, oh, your money is no longer good here, sir. Like, it's, you have to go. You either have to pay
or you have to leave
as you go, or you leave. And there are 3 kickers, the top rated kickers that keep showing up in the draft on PFF. You got Jake Moody of Michigan. You got Andre Smythe from Syracuse, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his name. He spells it Szmyt. And Chad Ryland from Maryland. So any one of those three guys, they should be there late 6th.
The Maryland dude
early 7th.
The Maryland dude, I gambled on some Maryland football. He's got a cannon for a leg. Like Maryland would just trot him out for just ridiculously. They'd be like, "Oh, it's 63 and a win. Don't go out there. Give it a go, kid." Like
he was 7 of 8 from 40 to 49, and then 3 of 6 from 50 plus. I mean, he was perfect from 39 and below.
And I want to say a couple of those like 50 plus misses were like high 50s, like 50, 55 and longer. Like that dude has a cannon for a leg.
Yeah. And Jake Moody, same thing. Like 7 of 8 from 40 to 49, 3 for 7 of 50 plus, but he did make his longest last year was 59 yards.
Ooh.
So
inside and that's outside, maybe in Michigan, plays in the Big Ten. So you get him in a dome. I think for Dennis Allen, for his job security, you better have a plan B at kicker.
You need to have a plan A at kicker. Because you can't say plan A is we're just going to rely on Lutz all year and then see what happens. Like
that's right.
Like you said, short leash, 2 weeks, 3 tops. If he's shaky,
I don't think he gets 3, Kevin. I think he gets 1 bad week. He kicks for his job on Tuesday. If they decide to keep him, he better be good that the next week. If he's not, he's going to be gone because they reduced his salary. Like they can get rid of him, and it's not much, you know. So I just think, man, kicker's a weird thing. It feels like your kickers, they're fine, and then they're horrible. Like remember Brett Maher for the Saints? He was kind of mediocre for the Saints.
Yeah.
He was awesome for Dallas. And then in the playoffs, he got the yips and he couldn't kick. So kicker is a weird thing. And the interesting thing with me with kicker is, these coaches, like 90%, like Dennis Allen, he doesn't know, like they don't really know how to coach it. Right. I mean, maybe like the assistant special teams guy. So like the coach is just like, they don't give him tips, probably. It's just like, Will, you got to make your freaking kicks, man. Like, make them. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to make them, But, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting the show. Like I said, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it with your family. Go to saintshappyhour.com. Become a patron. We are the best Saints podcast on earth. We do this every day. You should try us out. I promise you it'll make your Saints fan experience and your football season way more fun. We will see you again next time.